The first image you're going to want to take is the risk photo, which is a clear picture of the front of the house where you can see where both sides stop and start. The second photo, we want to document the actual address, so a close-up of either the address placard on the house, the address on the mailbox, or where the address is painted on the curb to document that we are at the correct location. We will then start our image capture of the front elevation, starting from left to right and moving in a counterclockwise fashion around the house. This image right here is showing no abnormalities to this front window. What we want to make sure that you're doing is taking this from a little bit of an angle so that you can't see your reflection in this window. Here we're documenting an anomaly on this aluminum gutter. Here we're documenting no anomaly to this aluminum downspout. Same thing here. We're documenting no anomalies to this easily affected aluminum gutter. Sometimes when you're at a house that's not showing a lot of anomalies, we want to document that story by taking non-anomaly photos. Moving around the house in the counterclockwise fashion, we are going to get our right elevation overview. And here the drone pilot is documenting no anomalies to the paint or siding. Here's another shot where that drone pilot is telling the story and documenting no anomalies to this easily affected area of aluminum gutter. Sometimes because of the shape of the house or because of fences, it's appropriate to take an additional overview photo from another angle to give the adjuster good perspective on what they're looking at. Moving around, now we've got our rear overview photo, and here the pilot's showing us a good example of no anomalies to this garage door. Here's an easily affected item, like an exterior light and the glass bulb. Here the pilot has documented no anomalies. In this next shot, the pilot's documented no anomalies to the paint or the wood fascia. This would be a good opportunity for you to close that garage door so you're not, actually ask the homeowner to close the garage door so you're not documenting his license plate. We're trying to keep any personal information like people or license plates out of the photos. All right, here's our left elevation overview shot. And in this shot, the pilot is documenting anomalies to the stain on a wood fence. Here's another shot of no anomalies to a easily affected piece of aluminum gutter. And an additional shot of no anomalies or abnormalities to paint or wood siding. All right, so we already had a shot of some of the rear elevation, but because how the fence was, here's an additional rear overview shot of the rest of the back of the house. And here he's documenting no anomalies to the aluminum gutter. This is a great shot the pilot got of an abnormality to personal property. We want to always make sure we're documenting abnormalities or anomalies to things like grills, barbecue grill covers, patio furniture, any kind of exterior personal property. All right, here's a great shot where the adjuster is documenting no anomalies to the window or the screen. And as we said in the front, you can clearly see the reflection of the pilot in the window. So let's make sure we get over at a little bit of an angle so that we don't have any reflection in the windows. All right, and moving to the final elevation, we've got our left elevation here. Here's our nice overview shot. And another documentation of no abnormalities to the window or the screen. Here again, you can clearly see the drone and the pilot, so we want to make sure to avoid that. On any of these hail assignments, we always want to document the condition of the AC unit, and we would actually appreciate two shots, one at the side and one at the top. Here the pilot tried to capture that in one, but let's actually take two photos, one at the side and one from top down. Okay, we've now finished our exterior elevation image capture. We're going to capture any outbuildings. So here's an overview shot of a shed, and here's the overview of the roof. Now, this is a great shot, but one thing that we missed in this image set is we'd like one more close-up of those abnormalities on the roof. Now we're moving on to our roof image capture. Here's our roof overview. Two things on that. One, you can see two people in this photo, so let's eliminate that. And two, let's just go in a little tighter. We don't need so much grass area. We just want to be just a little bit outside of the roof line. All right, perfect. So now we're, same thing as we did with the elevations. We're going to go front, right, rear, left in a counterclockwise fashion. Here's our front slope overview photo, perfectly squared up. Great job. Coming in tighter now for our 10 by 10 test square photo. Great job squaring this up. It's a great photo. Once you've taken that 10 by 10 photo, what you want to do is get 3 or 4 close-ups of the shingles inside that 10 by 10 area to see if we've got any anomalies. So we're going to scroll through. We should have 3 or 4 of those close-up photos, and these are all great. All right, so now what we're looking for is what the adjusters call collateral anomaly photos. And these are going to be anomalies to things like soft metal, vents, skylights, hip and ridge cap. The only note I would make on this is let's get right over top of that vent. We're kind of cockeyed at a weird angle. Let's hover right over that and shoot straight down on it. Same thing here, just getting some imagery of a pipe jack. Sometimes these are metal and will show anomalies, so that's a great photo. All right, here's an HVAC cap. Same thing, let's just get a little tighter on this. I love it how it's straight down, but let's just try and get in a little closer. All right, now we're moving to our right slope overview photo, really squared up and nice. Now we're coming in a little tighter for our 10 by 10 shot. Very good. And now we'll cycle through our close-up photos. Like we said on the last slope, let's get 3 or 4 of these close-ups inside of that 10 by 10 area. All right, and now we're looking at our collateral abnormality photos. This is another HVAC vent. Great photo, but let's just get a little tighter. That's really hard to see. If we can just get a little closer, that would be great. Boom, now we've moved on to our rear slope. Here's our overview photo and our 10 by 10. Now we're going to cycle through some of the close-ups. We want 3 or 4 of those, like we said, inside of that 10 by 10 area. And the one comment I would make on this photo is the angle is a little off. Let's make sure that we get that 90-degree angle. Let's have the camera perpendicular to the slope of the roof. So just a little off there. So let's try and get that squared up and move on to the next one. All right, so here's another collateral anomaly photo of the chimney stack. Good photo. And now we're finally finishing with our left slope. I was actually with the pilot when he took this, so you can see this is a little cockeyed. That was basically all he had the opportunity to do. There's a tree there. You can kind of see it in the photo. So to get that overview, he had to take it at an angle. We're asking you to square these up. There's going to be some times when you just can't do that. All right, as he got in closer now, he was able to work around that tree and really square up that 10 by 10 photo. He did a great job there. And now we're going to cycle through his close-ups inside that 10 by 10. Again, let's just make sure we're getting that 90-degree angle. These are just a little off kilter, not terrible, but let's try and get those perpendicular. Now we're getting more of those collateral anomaly photos. Ridge cap is bent, so it's more easily affected, and that's a great shot. No anomalies there. And we got the same thing right there. And that is it.